A lot has happened in the past 5 days, a week. I think I counted. I think it's 5 days that I've um haven't uploaded, but a lot's happened. GTA 6 leaker. That situation's just want to say crazier, but it's just video game leaks. What's new? I mean, it's just the only difference is it's GTA 6, biggest game of all time. Then PlayStation responded and kind of just I kind of had an idea. I was trying to fall asleep, and then it's just times when the brain, the gears in the brain just start working overtime, and I had one of those moments where I'm sitting here, I'm like, man, PlayStation and Rockstar, by extension, fucking suck, right? Like I've mentioned multiple times, Rockstar is probably the reason why Sony said, yo, they was probably in cahoots. They was probably, rubbing their hands and talking about, oh my God, we're gonna have such a fucking, you know, this partnership's gonna bring in so much fucking money. Cause we don't even have to produce discs. We don't have to procure the cases. We don't even have to give them the game. The game that you buy or you think you're buying. You're not actually buying it. Um, you know, the benevolent souls at Rockstar and Sony are loaning you the game. You're spending full price for a game, but you're not purchasing the game. You're not owning the game, right? They're loaning you the game. You are renting the game. Um, Basically, you're getting bent over and spanked, maybe getting your taint tickled a little bit by them. But at the end of the day, you don't own any of those games. You can't sit here and I don't know. Let's say you're for there's PlayStation ain't the safest. You know how many fucking hacks have happened on PlayStation? You know, I was an Xbox. I went from Xbox 360 to the Xbox One. Unfortunately, I wish I was around for. I wish I was on the PS4. I played PS4 very, very lightly because it would only be when I would go to my dad's house. And I'd use his PS4 to play like the exclusives. But very much, all my friends got the Xbox One. This was before the great shift where everything's fucking crossplay. You know, so obviously I wanted to play with my friends, so I got an Xbox One. Worse, bro. I haven't I haven't seen a console with an external fucking power brick probably ever before I got the fucking, the Xbox One, but I had the Xbox One. That was a time. Um and at that time the Xbox One, it was fun, but looking at hindsight, that might have been up until that point one of the worst eras of gaming. PS5 and the Series X might have it beat. There's fucking no games. This fucking generation has no fucking games. The majority of my fucking collection is PS4 games, which is great. Now I have my own proprietary console instead of using my dad's PS4. Now I have my own console to play fucking PS4 games. This is just a PS4 fucking emulator. Like, cause what have I played on here? That's PS5. Enhanced Spider-Man 1. Enhanced. PS4 game enhanced. Yeah, Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales. Miles Morales is just a enhanced Spider-Man. And let's be honest, it was supposed to be a Spider-Man 1 DLC. It's just a fucking enhanced Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2, genuinely sequel. It's a worthy successor. Beautiful, everything's done, and it's a beautiful game. Ghost of Yote, um Persona ain't even a fuck, when Persona 6 comes out, that's not even going to be a PlayStation exclusive. Last of Us 2 was PS4. Shit, I'm sure there's more off the top of Final Fantasies, all the Final Fantasies. Sony, Sony was probably like, hey man, like we don't have, we don't really have a JRPG anymore to our name, so they took Final Fantasy, yeah, I think 16, 7. Those are PlayStation exclusives, timed exclusives though. Um, Ratchet and Clank was PS5, I think. really, like there's probably a lot more, not a lot more, but there's probably more that I can't think of right off the bat. Only reason I was thinking of Final Fantasy to begin with was it's right there in front of me. The fucking physical copy is wonderfully right in front of my fucking face. My account could get fucking just fucking obliterated. Like I use this example a lot, but say I'm playing Fortnite and this kid's telling me get my reboot, and I tell them little motherfucker, shut the fuck up. And they report my account, that shit get permabanned. Well, guess what? That $100 fucking GTA 6 is no longer mine. I'm gonna have to put another fucking $100 into Rockstar's fucking pocket, which I probably won't do. What I'll probably do is go to eBay, find somebody's fucking sealed copy, because it's a fucking code. You can never be sure if the fucking code was used. Shit, you don't even know if somebody fucking resealed the fucking, the case, just perfectly replaced the plastic and shit. Use the fucking code. You're paying $100 for a fucking used code, right? At least you see in their picture it's a fucking open disc. The disc works. They'll show the back if the disc isn't scratched. None of that shit, right? You pop the disc in it, it's good. Now you gotta sit here, you gotta verify the code, make sure that shit fucking works. But right, like I was saying earlier, way earlier before I got on this little tangent, right? Rockstar released a statement like, oh man, like, Rockstar and Sony both released a statement, right? Rockstar, um, in that they were like, oh, we recognize that these leaks, and we've been putting a lot of, oh, sorry, man. Sony or Rockstar's like, hey man, like, these leaks are, kind of just, the developers put their hard work, their blood, sweat, come and tears into this game, and it's just getting leaked. Like, isn't that, that's terrible? Which it is, right? There's probably, some spry young bucks on the team that's like, man, I got to work on GTA 6, and then now their work is getting leaked. And I can, I, but Rockstar is the corporation. I can't shed less tears. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then they're like, oh man, we've read all your messages, your kind messages, and we take them to heart. We've read every single one of your messages. Jameer from down the block, man, we love you, man. Your support is we taking that shit to heart, man. Let's be honest, bro. That's just a PR ass answer. They don't give a fuck. They probably didn't read shit, because there's probably a million and one fucking complaints coming into their inbox. Hey, man, as a longtime fan, why is my shit digital? Because look, my dad is a prime fucking example. He only buys physical. When I ask him why, he never gives me a reason. He doesn't need to give me a reason. I go, Dad, why don't you try to get it digital? Man, fuck that shit, man. I'm physical all day. And I can respect that, man. Because at the end of the day, I'm also the same way. Sometimes I'll fold. If it's a really good sale, I'll fold. If it's only on Steam, I'll fold. But for the most part, if especially if it's a release that I'm really fucking excited for, I go for the physical. And so, you know, they don't address the people asking for physical, which is probably a fucking large minority. Because I'm not gonna say it's a. You know what? What the fuck are people gonna message them about anyways? Other than like, hey man, this guy fucking hacked my GTA account. You think you can help me? But I mean, other than that, in regards to GTA 6, most of the emails are probably just like, yo, like who the fuck is gonna sit here, sit down, put their fucking reading glasses on, get in front of the computer, open up Gmail, and write out a full Rockstar. And I'm so fucking sorry that these fucking hackers hacked your fucking game, man. I'm so fucking sorry. Also, can you let me hit? Nobody's doing that. Probably there's a bunch of people that sit down and are like, "Yo, Rockstar, what are we doing? I just want to know if you're gonna release a physical disc, or somebody's probably like, oh, like why aren't you releasing a physical disc? I'm fucking pissed. Like I swear to God, like I'm sitting here fucking cranking my shit, and you just harshed my vibe because I realize that you're not fucking dropping a physical disc." They don't address that, which is probably a lot of fucking people. And then Sony, a couple days ago, they released an email just reminding everybody here. Recently, you accepted the terms and services, and basically you agreed to letting us bend you over, and flick your fucking penis tip until it turns raw. Yeah, we own you, you fucking peon. You thought you owned your games? No, buddy, we own you. The games own you. And basically, it's just saying like, oh, by the way, you don't own the game. You own a license to the game. We're loaning you. You're lucky that we're even fucking loaning you the game in the first place. If we had it any other way, we would hide it behind a fucking virtual machine and have you playing. You can only play the game on Sony fucking servers. And so I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, Rockstar sucks. Sony sucks. Shit, matter of fact, man, let me throw some shade at fucking Nintendo. Nintendo sucks. I mean, the Switch 2 is alright, and they're releasing some good games for the Switch 2. But still, as a corporation, Nintendo fucking sucks. But then I got to thinking, I'm trying to catch some Z's, and I'm thinking like, why doesn't Sony just come back and it's probably too they're probably doing fine. They're releasing their games, to both systems and shit. And then, creating hardware is too much, but there's probably genuinely like a large group of people that just wish that they had a Sega console. Why doesn't Sega try to make a comeback, bro? Think about it. Atlas, you know, is a subsidiary of Sega. Persona it was a lot of people's, I see a lot of people that say, "Oh, finally got a PlayStation just to play Persona." A lot of people just buy the fucking console to play Persona, right? And Sega's got fucking Sonic. Fucking they got Crazy Taxi. They got Crazy Taxi, um Virtua Fighter, fucking I mean shit, don't they have like rights or something to Miku? Just fucking just hold the Miku software to the fucking Sega. Not that's a little different because back in the day, software could be fucking held to, because you would have to go to the store and before the worldwide before the World Wide Web was so accessible, you'd have to go and grab the disc and install it that way. But shit, man, just put some Hatsune Miku shit on there. People will eat that shit up. I mean, I feel like, granted, I'm not a businessman. I feel like with Sony, just sitting here and fucking just just fucking us, no lube, not giving it, not being considerate of our fucking fragile, tight assholes, having no regard for that, for how we feel, right? And then, Sega. When I think of complementary colors, right? Red is the opposite of green. I think Nintendo is the opposite of Sega, right? Sega, back in the day, the original rivalry was, Nintendo and Sega, video game wise, right? You know what I'm saying? Where there was Mario, there was Sonic. People might be looking for an alternative to Nintendo, right? Sony fucking sucks. Xbox is looking alright, but if Xbox is the only good fucking console, with Sony just just smacking our fucking ass, just fucking spanking us. You know what I'm saying? Like this might be. I mean, obviously this is gonna be fucking. With tariffs, it's gonna be rough, and the soar of fucking AI, it's gonna be such a fucking investment creating a fucking console in this economy. But I think, other than all those terrible fucking other than all those terrible economic um restraints, I mean it's a pretty good time to jump in the market. Say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, see if they can squeak one out over Sony or Nintendo. But again, I'm not a businessman. I'm actually really fucking terrible when it comes to the business side. But I think it'd be interesting if Sega came back with a console. I'd fucking buy it. I would fucking buy it. Shit. But yeah. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm fucking stupid for thinking this. Or don't. Um, but yeah, just a thought I had that I had to get out. Um, that and that's me out, man.